Summer. Today I'm going to give you guys a basic lesson on how to juggle. Nothing professional, something that like you can just get started as a hobby. That's how I did it because I heard that people who juggle have like better focus and a quicker reaction time. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So to start, you're only going to need about 3 things. Well, you could just consider about 1 thing. You're going to need 3 balls. Now, preferably all around the same size, but some people don't have balls, so you guys can use like small apples, tangerines, stuff like that. And for size reference, this is a plastic like baseball type deal. It's not that big in comparison, but you can still juggle with this. Preferably something that has a little bit of weight to it though, because if you juggle with something that's like this plastic, the ball will just kind of fly everywhere. To do is be able to juggle with just 1 ball. So by doing that, you're going to want to start with your dominant hand. Second, let me fold this. Which for me, that would be my right hand. I'm right-handed, so my right hand. And then you're going to want to do a figure 8 pattern. Like that. I'll show you right now. Again, my dominant hand is my right hand, and this is my other hand. I'm going to want to be able to do it in a figure 8, and I prefer to watch it, that way I can keep control of it, but you don't have to. Some consider it a better skill if you're able to juggle without watching the ball. Now, for me, it was a little difficult to start at first because I wanted to I want to do it perfectly, but you don't have to do perfectly. What I did is I would do 1, 2, do 20 figure 8s with the ball, and where I wouldn't drop it at all, because most people, their first time trying, they will drop the ball, and that's okay because you're a beginner. Now, to add on to that, when you do that, you're going to want to kind of flick your wrist in an upwards way. Now, it doesn't have to go all the way over here or all the way over there. You just want to keep it like above the shoulder, to a point where you can like have control of the ball in case, you know, it goes a little bit too far. You can just, within arm's reach, here, you know, but you want to be able to have control of the ball. That way when you do have more than just 1 ball, you'll be able to keep it in like a simple figure 8 form instead of like a block or something. The next order of business, you're going to want to get all 3 balls, and this is what we call a nest. In juggling, a nest is where you put the ball in the palm of your hand, and you're going to use your ring finger and your pinky finger to grip the ball, and you're going to do that with both hands. This is kind of like the starting position, and then you get the 3rd ball, and that's when you start juggling. Now, we're not going to start juggling with 3 balls just yet. This is technically still with 1 ball, but you want to be able to get used to having 2 other balls in your hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing as you did with the figure 8, but you're going to want to be able to start with it without dropping these other 2 balls. Just something simple, doesn't have to be anything special. And like I said, what I did was I did it 20 times without dropping the ball. After that, you can then move on to the next step. But before we do that, you're going to want to make sure you can do it with both hands. You can start in your less dominant hand and end there, and start in your dominant hand and end there. So this is step 3. Now with step 3, you're going to be kind of like a basic juggle, kind of like the starting formation of it, but you're not actually going to be juggling yet. So this is what it should look like. So here is where you're going to start with ball 1. So ball 1 is going to be right here, and so is ball 3. Ball 2 is going to be in your less dominant hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to throw ball 1 in the air, and when ball 1 peaks, you're going to throw ball 2 in the air. And when ball 2 peaks, you're going to throw ball 3 in the air, and so on and so forth. Let me see if I can give you a quick demonstration of what I'm talking about. I'm going to call out each ball as I throw it into the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to want to be able to stop in the hand that you started with. Now, that took me about a day or two of 30 minutes each of practice, but I'm sure if you practice more one day or less, people's rates vary. So after that, you're going to want to be able to make sure you can start and stop in both hands. So this is the final step, and step 4 is pretty much a repeat of step 3. But in step 3, you're just kind of like getting the basic of like a quick 1, 2, 3 type deal. In step 4, you're going to continue for as long as you want. For myself, in my own preference, I continue as long as I can until I drop one of them. Usually that happens when I'm walking around trying to juggle. So let me try and give you like a quick demonstration. So we've changed the settings here in my washroom, but that's okay. We can still use this area, even though the echo might be kind of bad. But here, I'm going to call out each ball again. Let's see how long I can do it before I drop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still getting the hang of it myself. So guys, if you liked that video on how to juggle, and if you guys tried all the little techniques, please give me a thumbs up and like, and more videos to come soon. Hopefully maybe you'll like, subscribe or something. Thank you.